Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Now, if you're a geek, chances are you love technology. It's pretty much a 99.9% chance that if you're a geek or a nerd, you're going to love technology in some way or form. And technology could be everything from hardware to gear to software, all the way to ideas on technology. But for the most people, when they think about technology, they think about hardware. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite tech channels, and a lot of them are related to hardware and gear review, but these are ones that I really enjoy and that I would recommend to anybody who actually is not only interested in tech but also would want to create their own tech channels. So on my number 5 is MKBHD, who needs no introduction. And MKBHD, he's been around for a while, since 2008, and he produces, in my opinion, the highest quality tech videos. I love watching every single video that he has. I've pretty much been a fan of his for the longest, and I really feel MKBHD has done a lot for the whole tech YouTube community. So he's an inspiration to me, and he is one of the person that put in a lot of work since the beginning, and he's paved the way for a lot of people. Now, the only reason that he is my number 5 and he's not higher is the simple fact that he simply doesn't produce as much content regularly, and I know that his production quality, it requires a lot of time. But for myself, I do like more regular videos, and so I'm the type of person who will watch a YouTuber who puts up daily videos or 3 to 4 times a week. So for me, that's the only reason why MKBHD isn't any higher. So number 4 on my list is Danny Winget. And Danny Winget, he's been around as well. Let me see what year he started. 2008 as well, just like MKBHD. And the reason why I like Danny is because he's like basically an everyday guy. He actually works as a EMT, it looks like. And he's a real person. He's got a family, and the reviews that he does is something that I could, you could relate with. He's just an everyday guy. His production quality is also awesome, and he does a lot of reviews, and he does consistent episodes more regularly as well, but he does also have a full-time job. And just the fact that he's able to do all this from an average guy, it makes a lot of sense to me, and it makes me watching his videos, it's a lot more enjoyable with that, when you're watching people who that you feel like you can relate with a lot more. So I can relate with Danny more, and him being Asian, it it makes it a little bit easier to relate with him as well. So yeah, so really great reviews, very down to earth, really cool stuff. So Danny Winget, he is my number 4. Now number 3 on my list is actually Max Lee, or High on Android. And this guy, man, he's just funny. He's crazy funny. He really does focus mainly on Android, mostly phones. But he has a great sense of humor, and he always has his daughter on there with him as well, and they make a great team. And at the same time, Max Lee is Korean, and he's Korean American. However, he speaks Korean fluently, so he also has a Korean version of his channel as well. And the Korean tech channels are really big, and so he's actually on the scene there as well. What I like about Max is he's just funny, man. He's just a funny guy. He loves to joke around, and he has his own really unique and weird sense of style of presenting, and I love that, and at the same time, he does really give his personal views on it in a way that a lot like Danny, where you feel like you can relate with them, but at the same time, he's just crazy, in a good way. So and if you really wanted to get a little bit more insight of how the whole Korean tech scene works, you should also check out his Korean tech channel. It's kind of funny to see that YouTube, most people in the US, they really focus on US based channels, but YouTube is all around the world. And so it's so funny to see that he is actually in both worlds. He's in the US world, and he's also in the Korean YouTube tech space as well. So that's really interesting to me. So that is Max Lee. His channel is started as Higher on Android. It's still Higher on Android, but he's more branded himself with his name. Okay, so number 3 on my list is the only one that is not a tech review channel or hardware review channel, it is Simply Austin. And the reason why I really love Simply Austin is the fact that he focuses on video gaming, but he focuses on emulators. I love emulators, as you've probably seen. And Simply Austin, he really does a lot for the emulation community, and he takes his time like showing people how you could get the best emulation experience at home. And I really love the quality that he puts out, the amount of effort that he puts into his videos. You learn a lot from his channel, and his quality is awesome. And he goes through all types of different emulation. It's not really focused on one or two types, and it's just really cool. I mean, whenever you get into the whole emulation scene, you're normally also a retro gamer, and you also collect games as well. And so with that, you have a lot of history with video games, and that's a lot of the reasons why I do my retro game episodes, is because those are the games that I grew up with. But at the same time, there's so much history there. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to reminisce. And at the same time, you can still, enjoy these games this day, with the emulation technology that's out there, which is simply amazing to me. And at the same time, you can still play all the new modern games, And so it's really cool when you can experience the history of games up until now and enjoy them all the way through because of emulation. And so Simply Awesome, I love his channel. I've learned a lot from it, and he actually has an episode where he shows you how to build basically an arcade cabinet at home, a mini arcade cabinet. So I might try to do that as well. So if you are into video gaming, specifically retro gaming and emulation, definitely check out Simply Awesome. He's actually my number 2 on my list, and I absolutely love watching his channel. And number 1 on my list is another tech review channel, but he is my favorite, and that is GEEKANOIDS. Dave is his name. He's based in the UK. Simply Austin, I think, is also based in the UK, and he's been on YouTube since 2006. So he's been around, and I really enjoy Dave and all his episodes. He's done so much, and even though he's been around, I mean, I know subscribers isn't the only thing, okay? But Dave, with the amount of stuff that he's done, I really feel that he should have billions of subscribers, He's got everything that I enjoy about a tech reviewer, First and foremost, his tech reviews are awesome, I mean, I really enjoy him, And secondly, he's like really down to earth, So he has those elements of the earlier ones I talk about, He's really down to earth. And at the same time, he is very knowledgeable as well. And he's been doing this for so long. If you watch all his older videos, you also see a natural progression of the work that he's done. And also another thing I like that is his sense of personality. Dave has a really British, I would say, personality. And as a matter of fact, he is pretty much the first UK-based tech reviewer I ever watched. And I've always enjoyed watching him. There's just something about GEEKANOIDS and Dave that just makes you want to keep watching, And I really can't say enough about Dave and what he's done. MKBHD has done a lot for the YouTuber tech community, and I would put Dave and GEEKANOIDS up there as well. He's done so many different types of videos, so many things, and he absolutely loves what he does, and with a British sense of humor and personality. So that is it for my top 5 favorite tech channels. I know there's so many tech channels out there, and you yourself and myself, we do tech stuff as well, but it's always nice to share the channels that we enjoy, the people that we are inspired by or that we look up to, and also the people that we want to recommend to other geeks that we know. So if you had your favorite tech channels that you wanted to talk about, be sure to list them in your the comments area below, or if you had any other ones that you wanted me to check out, put them in the comments area below as well. And as always, if you did get a lot of value out of these videos, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you can do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. All that information is in the description area below as well. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.